So you're learning about this and also becoming immune to it. Now, test this. Can I spot when someone is sending demons at me?
Yes.
Barb?
I have the ability. I haven't been. I've actually letting it hit me and then feeling it, and then.
Okay.
I could be more proactive about that. Yes. I have the ability to.
I'm installing a reflex to protect myself.
Yeah.
Both of you test, have I cured something since this started?
Yeah.
Laura?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what it is too.
What is it?
Well, I just saw that I have had the tendency to, when someone's attacking me, to actually move toward, like want to fight or want to go towards it rather than just walk away, or do something like this, neutralize the thing. I wanted to like fight the demons rather than dissolve or remove demons.
Is this a way I have of relating to people?
Yeah, it's been a way I've related to people.
That's right. Because you have trouble relating to people, so if you clear this and stop it, then you're going to still have to construct positive ways of relating to people. Jen, what do you get?
Well, as Barb was saying that, when people throw demons at me, I tend to go towards it, but I want to, somehow win them over. But at the same time, I'm letting them attack me.
Yeah.
Instead of just walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Test this. Are there ways I can say no to them?
Yes.
That's what you're going to need to learn to do. Okay, this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do everything about demonic attack, assault, and influence, and demonic possession, using demons. And I want you each to help each other test for these things. And no shields. Instead of putting up shields, be supportive of people.
Supportive.
Well, before we get into this subject, I think there's probably a few questions you're going to have, so maybe I ought to try to answer them. This is just going to be a 2-minute, little introduction, and then we'll go on with Barb and Jen. Okay, number one, how do we know any of the stuff that we're dealing with or talking about here is real? Good question. Okay, the answer being that what you're dealing with here is this gigantic organization. We're all over the world, and of people who cure things. Like, I didn't actually cure cancer. This is just a t-shirt we put out for people to wear to the Walk for the Cure. See, I cured herpes. I had 2 kinds of herpes. Now, the women you're looking at, Jen came in a few weeks ago with a thyroid nodule. So that's what she's in the middle of curing. We're helping her cure it. That's what you're seeing in the movie. And Barb, who's helping her, cured 2 kinds of herpes also, and got a negative medical test. The people I know who've cured cancer, of course, got negative medical tests. I mean, everybody who, that's how people know they have cancer, they get medical tests all through the whole process. They never come to us unless they had a medical test to begin with, and then of course they have to keep getting tested to know what's going on. So anyway, this is what you're interacting with here. This is this mass of people out there who speak all different languages, and there are, you know, things in all different languages about the cure drive. So since we have handled real physical problems that are scientifically testable and were scientifically tested and so on, this is how we know that what we're dealing with is real, whatever that is, and that we're getting real answers and we're doing real curative actions, which is what you're going to see in this movie, is actually people curing things, curative actions. Frankly, if I had never done this, had I never cured herpes, we wouldn't be doing any of this, because I wouldn't know that any of this was real. And I'm a big stickler for reality, okay? So, but that's how we know, you know, because we cure diseases. So that being said, then you're going to hear them getting signals, and what the, you know, is that? You know, come on. See, and I know you came in here because you have an issue, and you're trying to get help. You know, that's why people, you know, search on demonic possession and demonic influence and so on, and you know, on the web they search for things like that because they're troubled. There's something wrong. And anyway, maybe that's not the case with you, in which case I'm not talking to you. I'm actually talking to the people who do need help, because that's why we make these movies. We make them to help people. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help you get past the things that are harming or hurting you, as the people in the movie you're going to see are doing. And so what's a signal? You know, how do they know that, you know, how are they, like they're asking these questions, where are the answers coming from? And then my signal looks like that. It's a little finger movement. You're probably not going to see their signals. They're not holding their hands up, or at least not for most of the time. And there are many, many other movies. We have about 1,000 movies up on various topics, including cancer and so on. And so if you probably have herpes. And I say that because the word probably means over 50%. And between 65 and 90% of all human beings walking the earth, depending on where they live, are hosting herpes. I'm talking about the herpes simplex viruses 1 and 2, according to Wikipedia. So you probably have herpes. So there's something right there, you know, that you might want to look up, because we have movies of people curing that too. Okay, so with that, let's join Barb and Jen. You know, I'm going to start it from the beginning again, because it was only 20 seconds that were after before I interrupted it. Okay, I'm going to this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do everything about demonic attack, assault, and influence, and demonic possession, using demons. And I want you each to help each other test for these things. And no shields. Instead of putting up shields, be supportive of people.
Supportive people.
Meaning that you link your higher bodies with people who send demons at you, or you
to angels.
Talk to demons, ask them questions, and see if they can, you know, become your allies or your angels, and so on. But before we do that, I want to ask Jen. So you're curing thyroid nodules. You have one nodule, right? That's correct, right?
Yeah.
That you tested for. Now, I want you to test, is the nodule gone?
Becky, got any milk? Any milk?
I got a yes.
Okay.
Good, I got that this morning too.
Now, do you have any symptoms?
No symptoms. And yeah, the symptoms that I was having are gone.
Okay. So now you're going to go get a biopsy on the 14th, which is, today is the what?
I have no idea.
Fifth.
Let me see.
The 5th of September.
Okay, so you have So about 9 days, you're going to get a biopsy. We'll see, okay?
Exactly.
So this is...
Before we go, I just want to make, we did say this was going to be about 45 minutes, an hour.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm counting on that. I have...
Well, no problem, because it's 12:30, we're going to... Okay, so we're good. So you're doing this, you're going to do this together. You know, you're going to test for yourselves, help each other. If you find somebody who sent demons at you, you will both link your gravitational bodies, you will both link your etheric bodies with that person, you will both be supportive of these people, okay? So, begin.
I'm not familiar with this subject.
I'm a little bit, so I'll try, and then if I get off track, maybe Bart will point it out, but I think I know what he's talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Because I've had this problem. Have I ever been attacked or influenced by someone else's demonic attack on me?
For you or for me?
Let's talk about you first. We can talk. I know that I have. Yeah.
Okay. So have I ever been? I got a yes.
Okay. Here's one little thing I know, because I've read it and I experienced it, that demons, or these things called demons, which a lot of people have triggers. It's just like talking about God. People have triggers about demons, but they are usually around the areas of sex, money, and food.
Okay.
Often, not exclusively, but often. And you can send and receive them, and that usually when they happen, they hit your organs of your body. Like, have you ever been around certain people where suddenly you feel like have a cramp or your back? Yeah, that's me too. And that's usually when there's some kind of attack going on, one way or the other. So you got a yes that okay. Ask. Do we need to? Is it more than one person?
Yes.
Okay. Do we need to name the person? I hope not. Please don't make me name them in public. Okay, let's think of a time that...
I got it. Okay, I got it.
No? Okay, think of a time, within the last few days or the last week, like sometime recently.
That happened? Well, last night I was in a group of people, and I got a raging headache. And I don't normally get headaches, it's not common, but it was really bad. Okay. I mean, I eventually went home and I thought, hey, maybe I can cure this, after like suffering for a couple hours.
That's good.
And I did.
Okay, so was more than one person at that get together influencing you? Okay. So let's pick one of them. You don't have to say who it is, but pick one of them. And
I have a feeling.
Okay. What was that person wanting from you? Or what was the demon wanting?
I'm getting that they didn't want me to be there.
Okay, so were they threatened by you in some way? Like, what was the specific? Were they jealous of you, or trying to block your progress in some way?
Suspicious, maybe.
Suspicious of you? Like they didn't trust you to see what was happening? Okay. And then, so the demon was sent, was it hitting you in the brain, or what organ did it affect?
Yeah, I was there maybe, total time I was there was about almost 3 hours, and then the headache started to come on about 20-30 minutes into getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay. Ask, were you emitting any demonic
Me?
sending any?
Okay.
I know it's hard to look at, but I send demons a lot, or in certain situations still. Not a lot.
Okay, well, I gotta know in that particular.
Okay, good. I gotta know too for you.
Okay.
One thing, test this, Jen. Do I ever send demons at people?
Yeah.
Do I ever send sex demons?
No.
Money demons?
No.
Food demons?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I got too. Now, do I ever send other demons? Not any of those.
Okay. Yes.
Most demons are not any of those.
Okay.
Now, when I got the headache,
Yeah.
was I? Did the demon affect my? Did a demon affect my gallbladder?
Gallbladder.
Thanks.
No.
Pancreas.
Pancreas. My pancreas. No.
Stomach.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I experience disgust?
Yes.
Okay, and that was connected to the headache?
No. I got no.
Okay. Pineal?
No.
Okay, good. So this is sort of, now also, you were testing that you send demons sometimes. And so actually, if you stop to think about it, when people are below a certain level, they send demons. Some people send more than others, and some people send lots of them. And therefore, since it's so pervasive, it's okay to name the people that you test.
What exactly is the demon? Bad vibes? Is that what you mean?
No. Demons are, they're entities. They're little guys. They're...
Okay.
And they're first...
Do I have an army of them?
They're first dimension. They're first dimension. They're first dimensional.
Okay.
And they evolve like everybody else. And so on.
Does each person have their own personal demons?
You can, and then there's just other ones that are all over the place.
And you just say, sick of them.
There are well, actually, most demonic attack is reflexive. Like test this, Jen. Have I ever sent demons at someone when I felt defenseless?
Yes.
Okay, test some people who you've sent demons at and see who you get. And you can name them. How about that?
Okay. Okay, people. One of my best friends. Mike. Okay. My husband. Oops. Okay, let's see who else. Okay, well, my immediate family is safe. Some really close friends of mine, some best friends.
Okay.
I mean, those are the people I'm testing, the people closest to me.
Okay. Barb, what about you?
Yes. What? Yes, I've sent demons.
And your immediate family?
No, my siblings, some of them, yes.
Mother?
You,
Me?
Jamie, Alejandra, Stacy.
Mother?
I don't think I send demons at my mother very much.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I get attached to her sometimes, but I don't really think I attack her demonically.
Have you ever interacted with your father since he died? Test that.
Yes.
Have you ever sent demons at your father since he died?
I'm not getting a strong yes. I think I've beseeched him for things, but not really sent him a demon. Yeah.
Okay, well, beseeching has nothing to do with sending demons. So,
Okay,
I'll tell
I
you
wanted
what,
from him.
let's each of you pick one person to heal.
Okay.
And now, and you test whether you sent demons at them, they've sent demons at you, and then you both heal that person. So go ahead and do either whichever one you guys want. No, actually talk out loud about the person. Tell each other who it is so that you can both do it together. Barb?
Okay.
Jen?
Okay. I was just doing a bunch of people, and I noticed that while I was doing it, I was actually focusing on myself and kind of sealing myself and reducing my tendency to send demons. I was approaching it that way first, like neutralizing my response to send demons, and I was
just each name one person from your life, and then both of you
I'll pick Alejandra.
Okay, and Jen?
I'll pick Becca.
Okay.
Okay. That guy?
Becca. Like as in
Becca. Oh, Becca, okay. I will do this with you.
Okay.
I just want you to know, I'm here, I'm listening, and I'm doing it with you. So let's start with Becca. Both of you. Barb, take her through what would be some good actions to heal Becca.
One thing we could do is take all of her organs to full function. Take all of Becca's organs back to full function.
Okay.
Remove the tendencies. Once you've done that, then remove the tendency in yourself to emit demons towards Becca.
Go back to the organs, because that is the easiest thing to do. Generally, when you're...
I did that one.
Okay, yeah, scan her.
Yeah,
that's what I did with my people too.
There's yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something called demon go codes that I'm not crystal clear on, but it's sort of like something that happens between you and Becca, or has happened in the past, that triggers something in you that just makes you automatically do whatever you did that didn't work, sending demons. So remove demon go codes from...
Well, test if you have any.
Yeah, test do you have any demon go codes around Becca.
Around this person? Okay.
Yeah.
I got a no.
Okay. Ask if it would be good to give yourself forgiveness around whatever's happened between you and this person.
Well, I'll decide that she beat me to death in my last life.
Oh yeah. Come on now, you can get over that.
Okay. All right.
It's been a couple lifetimes now. So yeah, we'll forgive her for that. Remove all the trauma from that lifetime. Actually.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
A few times. Okay. Okay. I got the forgiveness going.
Okay. So forgiveness both ways. You forgive yourself, doing it to her, and you forgive her for whatever. Okay. Ask if there's any more damage from the effects of your demonic attack to her, or in any of her bodies. right now.
Okay. No.
Good. So all her bodies are at full function?
Yeah.
Okay. And then again, remove the tendency to attack Becca.
Okay. Got a yes?
Do you feel any different, or are you seeing anything?
I can feel that I feel her. I feel
Her?
Yeah.
You know what you mean? So do you feel any responses that might be different in your relationship with her, or any way you could be different being with her now?
I have, I love Becca and we have a great relationship. I really appreciate her. She's a really good person.
Okay.
I can be a little judgmental, and I can definitely stop doing that.
Okay. You can see yourself stopping doing that. Okay. What else? Is there anything else? Test if there's anything more to do to clear the damage and reduce the tendency or eliminate the tendency to ever attack Becca. Is there anything else we need to know?
I'm getting a yes.
Okay, is there anything more we have to install?
No.
Is there anything we have to remove?
Yes.
Okay, so there's something to remove and something to know. Okay, so what do we have to remove? Is something from you or from her?
Something that I have to remove. No.
Something in your relationship.
Okay. Yeah, something that she needs to remove.
She needs to, is that right? Huh.
Does Becca ever send demons at me, Tess?
Oh yeah, let's see.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Wait, how can we be friends if we're shooting demons at each
Well,
other?
that's common. I think it's common.
it's very,
From my experience.
it's much easier to be friends with someone when you stop doing that, or when their demons have no effect on you. We'll test this question, am I far more immune to this now?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry. It's very good. Ask if there's any way you could convert her demons to angels. Like, is there any way you can find out what her demons are wanting?
Oh yeah. Ask this, would it be good to ask her demons questions?
Yeah.
You know, you could do that. You can ask demons questions and they'll tell you all kinds of important things that'll help you. And if you're immune to them, they won't affect your they hit your organs. That's how they affect you. Like Barb, you test this. You were saying you sent demons at Stacy. When I've sent demons at Stacy, does that draw her to me?
Well, it kind of creates a hook, but no, I wouldn't say it draws her to me like willingly.
Your picture,
kind of
your picture froze.
I'm pulling her in a little bit.
Okay. So does it cause her to come to you when you send demons at her?
I believed it does. Probably that's probably why I did.
What did you get when you tested it? Did you get yes or no?
I got a yes.
Well, then there it is.
I got yes for you.
You see, the problem that people become dependent on demonic attack can make people do things.
Right. Yep.
Soldiers in wars are always sending demons at each other. Unfortunately, most of them get sent to the guys on their own side.
Can't you ask them to just leave, you know?
Oh, you don't have to even do that. Like what you're doing right now, you're immune to demonic attack.
Yeah, but the ones I'm throwing at people, why, you know, can't I just not have them in my arsenal?
Keep testing about it. By the way, did you ever get that other light to put in front of you?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
See?
I guess show life looks pretty good. So
Yeah.
you mean there's just like demons everywhere, and then when we send them, we just gather up some, or do we each have our own?
Well, you know, I don't know if it really matters, does it?
Okay, I guess not.
What does matter is that as you do the kind of thing you're doing now, you just become immune to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a virus. Yeah, you won't engage with them.
Yeah, right. It's like over. Now, I'm going to stop us for a minute here. So you're learning about this and also becoming immune to it. Now, test this. Can I spot when someone is sending demons at me?
Yes.
Barb?
I have the ability. I haven't been. I've actually letting it hit me, and I'm feeling it, and then.
Okay.
I could be more proactive about that. Yes. I have the ability to.
I'm installing a reflex to protect myself.
Yeah.
Both of you test, have I cured something since this started?
Yeah.
Barb?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what it is too.
What is it?
Well, I just saw that I have had the tendency to, when someone's attacking me, to actually move toward, like want to fight or want to go towards it rather than just walk away. Like, or do something like this, neutralize the thing. I wanted to like fight the demons rather than, dissolve or remove demons.
Is this a way I have of relating to people?
Yeah, it's been a way I've related to people.
That's right. Because you have trouble relating to people, so if you clear this and stop it, then you're going to still have to construct positive ways of relating to people. Jen, what do you get?
Well, as Barb was saying that, when people throw demons at me, I tend to go towards it, but I want to, somehow win them over, but at the same time, I'm letting them attack me.
Yeah.
Instead of just walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Test this. Are there ways I can say no to them?
Yes.
That's what you're going to need to learn to do. Test this. Does my father ever send demons at me? That's for Jen.
No.
Okay. How about, do I ever send demons at my dad?
I checked him when we started that. Also try again.
What did you say?
I checked when we started, when we asked who we send demons to.
So who you sent demons? Okay.
And I went through everybody, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, and
okay.
I was clear on the demons there.
Good. Good. Okay. Seems like you've both cured something during this, and so this would be a good place to do an accelerator. Now, there's two questions that I want you to make sure that you ask. One is, what good responses are now easy? And the other one is, what new behaviors can I construct? First, tell us if there's any difference in how you feel.
Okay, where are we now? Any differences?
Yeah, are there any differences in how you are now?
Okay.
And Barb too. Both of you tell.
I got yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
What can you identify and describe?
What was the question? I missed that.
What can you identify that's different?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have the ability to not let this happen. To be, I don't know, if there's something against it or that I can now not be affected by this, by demons. Mm-hmm. That I have the power to deflect them, I guess is the word.
Do you see any other like behaviors or new moves, new reflexes that you have in the face? I mean, that specifically. Well, I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. Maybe you'll think of it, but I feel more like excited to enter into some of these relationships again, and more sort of like bigger and more like a top view, less defensive, and more like I could set my reflex when I sense myself or them sending demons would be more to step out of it or convert it into something else rather than step up mine. Like usually when someone attacks me, I'll step up mine twice as hard or something. Like I'm sort of seeking it out, so I have less of a tendency to do that, do something a little more creative or nourishing or more healthy with the relationships I have. More beneficial for both people.
Well, I wasn't thinking so much about the friendship that I'm in, and I will get to that, but I was also thinking about when I'm in groups of people, and these are not really personal relationships, but it goes on, and how I can not be a part of that, yet still, be social and be at the party, but not be hit by these things.
Right.
And my tendency would be I would seek out the person that is doing this and then trying to make them feel better so they like me and not do that. And not work so hard for that,
That would give you a headache. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't need to do that, and I don't feel obligated to do that, and I can just interact with people that aren't sending demons, and
as you
though you said a good thing just now, because you said you can take the person who's sending demons, let's say Becca, and you can make them feel better, and one way to make them feel better is to have them test things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people generally can't send demons and test things at the same time. Also, people who are in negative beingness key out their negative beingness when they test things.
Yeah.
Well, I have sent her the information to the website and told her about this.
That doesn't do anything. What you have to do is actually sit and work with the person.
And I will do that, but she's in California, not over here.
Yeah, well, you can just, get on Skype, your friends, you just work with the person, but that's
she's open to it.
Yeah, that's the thing to do, is to actually do the work and watch the result happen.
Right.
And then, what Greg was saying is that the person has taken the step when they join.
Right.
So, if they don't join, they may be curing things, but they aren't committed to curing things. They haven't actually made that statement, you know. So that's just something to bear in mind. But anyway, that's beside the point, because actually all we're talking about is stopping demonic attack. That's our topic. And you could stop demonic attack by having Becca test one thing.
Right.
And then it'd all be over, and then you could just go on and have a conversation. You know, you wouldn't have to do anything else. You could handle this whole problem in a minute.
That's really cool.
You're like 1 minute away from, you know, handling the problem. Because it's exactly what you said. You find the person, you make them feel better. Period.
Yeah.
They don't have to feel a lot better. They just have to feel a little better.
Right. Now, would you say that, for example, when I tell people that I'm curing my thyroid nodule and not having it cut out, and they say, "That's, you know, what are you talking about? You can't do that, and you know, it's so much easier. Just do what the doctor said and all this stuff." Would that be a demon thing, or just?
I don't know, but I have an idea. Let's play a role, okay? You be somebody like that. Give me a name. A first name.
Mary.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curing it. I'm not going to have an operation.
Why would you do that? How are you going to cure it yourself?
Because I'm not a pansy like you. That's why. I'm not a wilting.
Who are you calling a pansy? I can kick your ass.
I'm not a wilting flower like you. I don't get operations. I cure things. I win.
Well, you know, there's some things that can't be cured. You have to go to the doctor.
For losers.
You're quite combative, aren't you?
You're damn right I am. I kill these viruses. I'm a killer.
And how long are you going to give that, and then, you know...
Well, I have no symptoms.
Before you know, this goes crazy,
Mary,
begging the doctor to cut it out.
Mary, I already have no symptoms. I'm fine. I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. So I don't need an operation. As I'm sure the doctor will tell me when I'm there. He'll probably say, look, this thing is benign and you have no symptoms. We're not going to operate on you.
Well, then we'll see when you go to the doctor. But what if it isn't?
What if it's...
What if he tells you, you know, this is urgent. You need to do this now.
Well, then I will do...
Are you going to say, oh, I'll just do it myself?
I'll do it myself. I'll take some urgent action. You know, that I'll...
Well, you know, you're smarter than me.
There are tons of things that cure cancer, and I will do some of them, or all of them, or one of them, or some whatever. You know, I'll handle it. You know, it will all be a great learning experience for me.
Well, good luck with that.
You know what? It isn't luck. Strong people make their own luck. Weak people wish they had luck.
Okay. Well,
see, the thing about you, like you love fighting, but you don't really fight when it's time to fight. Like you're more like it's like a sport to you. You know, this isn't a sport. This is life. You know, I actually really fight and win.
Well, what can I say in the face of that?
I'll tell you something. You know, I'll tell you what you could say. You could say thank you, because I'm a great example. I'm a role model for you. You know, I'm giving you something by being the way I am.
You're right. You're right.
You know, and my kids too. Like, you know, I could never face my children if I was like a weakling. How could I? Because then that'd be what I'd be bringing them up to do too. The same things, yet it just perpetuates on and on.
Well, Well, I'm happy for you. I could never do that. I'm not strong enough for that, but, I think, I wish you luck.
You know what?
I hear what you're saying, but I just, I could never do that.
You can do whatever you choose to do. You can do what you...
And I'm lazy, too.
You can do... That's right. Now you're telling the truth about it. You're pathetic and lazy.
Yeah. I'm just too, I'm too lazy to do anything about it, too.
So you're going to kick my ass, huh? Tell me this. Who kicked whose ass in this conversation? Cut. So that's
okay, you win that one.
That's the... all right, cut means we're not playing the role anymore.
Okay.
So that's a cut right there. Cut. So that's the, that's the deal. That's what us representing ourselves looks like.
Well, that's pretty hardcore. I'm not that. That like would not be my style, but I'd still get the same message across.
Yeah, you gotta understand, okay? When I'm playing a role, I am playing your highest intention, but I am not doing what you would do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not you.
Yeah.
It's me playing your highest intention. It isn't you playing your highest intention. See, so yeah, I mean, I don't sound like you or anything, and that's, it doesn't matter really, does it?
No, it doesn't. I'm thinking those things anyway. I just wouldn't verbalize them because I wouldn't have that woman for a friend anymore.
Well, you never know. Sometimes you underestimate people. You might still have her as a friend. And, I'll tell you something else. There's a lot of people who, aren't going to be our friends anymore.
Yeah.
And we need to let go. This is what I've been trying to reach Barb. See, Barb, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I mean, I've been seeing a lot while I've been watching. I was thinking about a specific incident that happened last weekend, with a so-called friend. I was different than I had been in the past. It was like a very direct attack, but I just stayed silent, and I think the person saw what she did. I guess she saw that her reaction to me was unfounded, or was based on some attack that was happening inside of her. But then again, I don't really have to make this person my friend. I mean, I left shortly after that, after the incident. I went over to her and sort of cleared it up, just reminded her, like, hey, I'm your friend, it's me, that kind of thing. And she saw that she'd overreacted. But see, I think that's, I don't want to call it karma, but there's some way I have positioned myself for my behaviors in the past or something. I mean, this lifetime past, where I'm a target. I'm a good, easy target, and some of it was, maybe based on the fact that I'm different, or it's going to take a while to all catch up, or it's going to, I still have the reverberations of, a lot of people are angry, and I'm a good target for their own anger, or they're dissatisfied, and I'm an easy target for their dissatisfaction, or they're frustrated, and so as I change, or if I, less reactive, maybe I'm a target. But that's what I was thinking about, or seeing, and and having just patience for myself and for the other people. This is a it's going to take a while, and also I don't really make friends, and I'm not afraid to let go of people. I mean, I almost have no people, and now they come back, slowly, or I just enter into them into the relationship when I have something to give. Except in certain cases, like, love relationships, where I seem to have more of attachment and more, wanting and more demonic, activity. But I don't socialize just for the sake of socializing, where it would be like a demon fest, It was going to be the last person standing at the end of the so-called party, actually. What, like, a good way to exhaust your adrenal system. But I know. It kind of was like a throwback of being almost too weak. When our last call, Jen, I saw a lot about myself when you're talking about your, you're just a profile of your life, because I had a lot of the same symptoms and behaviors, but it was almost like I went to the other end of the spectrum and became, too much. So now it's kind of balancing it out in the middle.
Yeah.
Seeing who's left and how I can, coexist with certain people and do something productive for each of us. Or just learn to be alone. But this is good because I see how I still do it. I still engage in this sometimes. But I'm quicker to drop it when I notice myself doing it. And also my body's very sensitive. Like my back will start hurting, or I'll, have a cramp, or my neck will hurt. So I have like symptoms and I know them. And then I'll just know that there's something going on that shouldn't be happening, and I'll try to unravel. In that sense, my thing, like your thyroid, my spinal problem has been kind of a gift that way, because it's a serious canary. It's a canary. A canary in the coal. So when it starts hurting, I know something's going on that I can adjust. Yeah. So this is a good exercise, though, because I think if more people were responsible for their reactivity, then we'd have a more peaceful and a cooler world, like less global warming, more global cooling, less reactivity.
We only have 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Right, Jen? You were saying you got to be out of here by 1:30, right? Or
well, yeah, 1:30 your time, yeah.
8 minutes left. No, 2 minutes.
Is that okay? Is that too late? I mean, you need to get out earlier?
No, I can go.
Okay, so I still have those two things, Number one, what good responses are easy now?
Okay. Well, just being identifying that it's happening, and then the way I'm responding, which would be to not engage in either attacking back or going the other way and making trying to win the person over. And if it's somebody that I know really well, I will do the testing. I can't really go to my kids' school and force their parents to do that. But I can do that with my good friends. And what else? What was I thinking of?
Barb, what about you?
Was the question what behaviors are going to be?
What good responses are easy?
The responses are to just be more calm, to be more still, and actually one of the things I did that worked when it was like Tai Chi. When this person did this last time, I actually let it land instead of propping myself and blocking it right away or slapping it back. I actually let it hit me and let it sink in, and then I just see myself digesting this and converting it into something else, or transforming it into something else. That's more my style. I like to digest things and use them rather than keep. I want to get out of the idea of doing, like you said earlier, too many shields and too much blocking, and more transforming or regenerating things, and so that I can help myself and the other person. So I saw myself doing that. I feel like a positive anticipation, like I'm looking forward to my next interaction with the person, to do less fighting and competitiveness and more creativity, or sort of producing something positive out of each interaction rather than just trying to survive it or defend myself and make it through or win. Actually, a lot of my life's been like that, kind of. I used to like, I was thinking about that today. A lot of my life has been like, just trying to hold it together till the day's over or something like that. Especially earlier on in my life. I designed my life so I don't have to engage, but I want to engage. I want to have a life, but I want it to be nourishing for myself and the other people. So I feel more able to do that now.
Can we send like the opposite? Like if they're sending demons, we send angels or something.
Test that.
Okay.
Yes. This is ever since we've been starting to do this demons and angels things. Like the other day, I was doing something and I almost felt like this army of something with me. It's like angels. Like I felt like I was being lifted, or like I took the first step. I was resisting doing something, and I took up, and I felt this. It was like an undercurrent of like when they say wind under your sails. Like I felt something.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is angels.
Jen, can I ask you something? You were talking about your kids' parents, your kids' friends' parents, and so on. If you were at a PTA meeting, I'm serious about this, okay? Let's say you were at a PTA meeting. Can you ever see yourself saying, standing up and saying, the energy here is very bad?
I'd have to say it in German, and it might come out.
Oh dear.
See, things get lost in translation. Trust me.
Okay. Well, one thing.
But I mean, I know what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to notice, if you stay on top of this, you're going to notice that you are sending angels to the other people at the PTA meeting. If they send demons at you, the demons have no effect on you. You will see them sending demons at each other, and sometimes you can just swoop in and intervene and help the person who's, going down for the count and so on. So you'll find yourself doing all kinds of good things like that.
Well, couldn't when I know I'm going to a party or a group of people and just get my posse together before I go through the front door, my angels.
Yeah, right.
Going in.
That's a good idea.
I
hadn't thought of that. That's right. You get your posse together.
Yeah.
This is great. Okay, I really want to say how much I appreciate both of you for doing this. And we have like 4 minutes to go, and I would like to hear new behaviors that you can construct. Anybody that you see, like you just gave us one. Get your posse together before you go to a party. Right, that's a new behavior that you can construct, and it will take some constructing.
Right.
You're going to have to you're going to have to remember it before the party, and
right.
Construct, the remembering it and the, the alarm bells.
I'm going to put it into practice on Friday when I go back to immigration, and they are just demon-throwing witches. I'm definitely bringing my posse of angels. Definitely.
Very good. Very good. Barb, what about you? New behaviors. You going to bring your posse with you and go?
I'm going to set my posse on a coffee break. They can chill out a little bit. They can be at ease for a while. I'm just going to hang back. I'm going to try to just do more, like I said, converting of things and less wanting and more, just more service or being with what's here, trying to, just be more, less stressed out, more. I was thinking about this yesterday too, that I actually feel like I got some sort of enlightenment recently about, maybe this is it. I was thinking about my father. I was like, hey, my father's already dead, and I put it into perspective, this is it. This is, just enjoy my life and appreciate my life. So that got reinforced today, and I am more sensitive to when I do this to people. It usually has to do with when I'm wanting something or feel like I can't have something or something that they have or be the way that they are or that I'll be left out. There's certain like statements that actually I hear in my mind or see in my mind that trigger it. So I'm more on top of that now. I will be. So thanks. I really enjoy working with you, Jen. You're great.
Thank you. I enjoy it too. And I have another new behavior if we have time.
Okay.
Well, my tendency is to, when I get involved with these demon things, is to, either go on the attack and talk too much or try to do the winning over thing. And now I can just be calm and not say anything, because when you do that, people's craziness becomes a lot more obvious. If you're not engaging in the conversation with them. So I think I can do that too. I can do that.
That's true.
It's funny that you said that, because I've been picturing you doing that this entire time that we've been talking.
Yeah. It's funny because I didn't have no idea what we were going to do today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on Facebook and I saw on Bayard's page that there was a show about, it's a demonic something or other. I didn't go into it, I didn't read it. But I just thought, boy, I am so glad I'm not doing that show. I'm really going to look that case.
That's fun.
You get what you need, right?
You really?
I just thought of something too. Can you hear me? I just want to say this one last thing, because I was just realizing that I almost got panicky when we were about to hang up, because for some reason I was going to be left with my own like small devices, and I realized that like a chess game. When I was younger, I used to play chess, and I used to have only one way of winning, and I was really good at it. I could just maneuver the whole game so that we get it to this one way that I knew how to win. And that's what my interactions have been. Like it's like tennis. It's like I did the same thing in tennis. It was to be back and forth until I was in the position to hit my winning shot. Then I'd hit my winning shot. I had the one way of winning. And that's what my life has been. It hasn't been that satisfying in my personal interactions. It makes me sad to say this. So it's probably been like I thought it was about beating the other person or having my demons kill their demons or overpower. So, and it's actually, there's more control there too. Like I know how it's going to end up. It's going to end up with just me. And that's known, and now this is more unknown. If I was to just be more open to letting things breathe and let things, move in and out, and not try to control it all or overpower or win. So that's both a daunting idea, yet it's kind of like, okay, why not? The other way didn't work, or it worked only to a certain point. So wish me luck. Try it. That's what's next.
Roger said in our role play, you don't need luck.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a skill.
Bring your